Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode.
Hey.
And today we want to talk about deep inner healing, okay? And it is going to be something I think is very impactful, and it's something that the spiritual community, every community needs to focus on, because that's going to be the pathway to our best versions of ourselves.
Absolutely.
So now with that being said, right, well, what is inner healing? What is that looking like? For people? Yeah.
I mean, and that's a good question to start with, guys. So deep inner healing is when you find balance on all levels of your internal system, okay? Inside your body. Like, you catch my drift? All right. And then in addition to that, you find balance in relationship to the outside world, okay? Your mate, family, community, planet, okay? Because if you are healed, you care about your planet.
Okay.
Just saying.
I love that definition. It's like, as within, so without. So balancing your internal system will definitely help you, with your external world. Now, with that being said, right, how do we know we need inner healing?
Okay.
No. Who needs inner healing? We should probably start off with.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who needs it?
Who needs it? Okay, so I'm tired of y'all saying, I don't need it, or I'm good, or I went through a few therapy sessions, I'm all great. Healing is a lifelong journey.
Yeah.
Okay, so it might not, you pick up in pieces and you go on throughout your life, but everyone needs healing. Pain and emotion, because it's so dense, it gets trapped in our body parts. I'm talking about our hips area. I'm talking about our knees, or ankles, or joints, elbows, all of the little joints that goes crick-crack. Yeah, that's where our pain gets stored. You know what I mean? And it also gets stored in our heart too, as well as our memory. Now, pain being locked away can definitely distort how we see things, how we perceive things ourselves, and how we, maneuver around in the world. So it's definitely important that it's something that, everyone needs to take a look at, because that's where it's gonna, bring you to that best version of yourself, like I was saying. So now, how do we know we need healing? Okay, so that's the next important question here. So I'm going to talk about 3 different ways that you'll know whether or not it resonates with you, right? 3 ways of how you know you're at that stage where you need inner healing. Now, the first one is when we keep encountering similar negative situations or events in our life. Okay, and I'm talking about any little thing, your dating life. Okay, same boyfriend, same girlfriend, but different faces.
Okay.
Same, different bosses, but same, same basically emotions of how they're making you feel, same characteristics. You move from one job to the next because you had a horrible boss. Now that new job is that same freaking boss. Like,
not necessarily the same person, but same personality, attitude.
Okay, all of that re-manifesting again in a new person. So it's like, that is going to be one of your key reasons to know you need inner healing, because you're obviously stuck in this loop of repeating that repetitive cycle. And we want to get you out of that. The number 2 reason is when we have a strong overreaction to something. Okay, that's going to be key, because when we look at those people who we say are over dramatic, or you guys are overreacting, like, say, for example, you drop a plate of food on the floor, and that person is like freaking out, saying, "Why'd you drop it? This
Why
and
you
that?
always do it to me? Everybody always drop my plates," and some deep shit come out of nowhere.
Like, girl, I'm gonna need you to step back, because it's not that serious.
Yeah, for real.
But pain will make you do that. It will make you overreact to minuscule situations. And that's gonna be one of the other main reasons you need inner healing, because that could be a reflection of maybe how you were treated back in the day, in your childhood, your teenhood, whatever else. But it's gonna keep dragging along with you until you really look at that pain in the face and let them know what's up.
Okay.
The last reason here is when we have when we have feelings whenever we think about people or events from our past. Like when we're reflecting on certain things. And reflection is good. It's great for you. But if you're reflecting on certain events or people, and it was a negative situation, and you're still honing into that negativity, that emotion, and you can't get past it, got news for you. You're still stuck in that situation. It could have been 10 years ago, but if you're still have that strong emotional trigger towards it, you definitely need to look at that inner healing, because when we reflect on our past, we want to definitely bring self-compassion, curiosity to it, not that negative emotion that you're holding on to, because it will manifest as physical illness in your body. So those are one of the key reasons why, how we know we need inner healing.
Absolutely. And there might be some, other reasons that slip through the cracks, like, I don't know, something that might seem small that punctured our emotional state.
Yeah.
You might need some healing from it, because even though the circumstance or the situation have passed, you might still be holding on to that trauma that it caused you, for example. So it's important, not that we covered who needs it, basically everyone.
Okay, not excluded.
All right. And how we know we need it. Let's get to how we start the process of inner healing, right? Because it is always easier said than done, right? It's going to take some practice. And it's almost kind of like a religion when you really start to get into your healing process, because it's not a one-time done thing. It's continuous and it's over long periods of time.
Yeah.
It's a commitment. All right, y'all?
And it's not a one-size-fits-all either. What works for her may not works for me.
Yes.
But that's the point. We're trying to help you out here, okay?
Yeah. So here's some tips that might help you. For example, number one would be yourself, okay? Being anyone else other than yourself can be very stressful, and it adds unnecessary strain in your life. And and in your relationships as well. So be yourself, and you'll see how easy it is to, process emotional healing. And vent yourself, all right? I know that, maybe you're too thick, all right? You want to be a little thin, all right? Go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you don't like your haircut, get a different one.
Okay.
Your hair not long enough, get some weave. Like, and vent yourself. You're not stuck being the same person, all right?
No,
there's even surgeries now that, where in which you can change your body. Not that I,
Yeah, come on now. We're not promoting that shit.
Not that I promote that. I prefer you go to the gym, but the point is we're malleable. Like, we can be changed, okay? So invent yourself and become who you want to be. Love and be loved, okay? A lot of us are just stubborn. We question everything, including love that we receive from others. We often think, oh my gosh, I should give them something back. Oh my God, like, what does this mean if they're giving it? You're overthinking too much.
Yeah.
Accept the love. And then when you get a chance to love on them back, love on them back. It's not that deep. Very simple, y'all. Get a grip of your mind. Jesus Christ. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows this is your biggest enemy right here. You need to get a grip of it, because it'll get a grip of you.
Yeah.
All right? Two of you can't be in control at the same time.
Okay, your mind is a tool. Learn how to use that.
Yes. Like, come on now. Like, I know it sounds easier, but really, if you just practice the self-talk and you're doing everything else, the therapy and everything else, you're applying what you're learning, it'll be nothing to kick your mind in the butt. All right?
Okay.
Forget the past.
Let it go.
We can't take it back. It already happened. All right? See, just now, that second just happened. Now I can't take it back.
Oops.
What are you going to do?
Sue me.
Forget it. Like, since you can't change it, let it go. And whoever else is holding on to that, that's on them. But just know that you moved on. All right?
Bye.
Flip the anxiety switch off. All right. Yeah. Is it a switch, or how can you switch it off? My goodness. Sounds difficult, right? But I feel like that's part of getting a grip of your mind, because your mind is probably what's triggering your anxiety. You're overthinking, you're letting your emotions run and everything like that. Just switch the anxiety button off. Sometimes for some of us, it might be a thought process. For others, it might be an action, whether it be meditating or listening to music or whatever, or going to do something to forget about your anxiety.
Yeah.
Switch it off. Make meaning. All right. A lot of us, have become so complacent, where we are in our lives, and we've just become so blah, like zombies, Nothing means anything. Find meaning. You'll find that it's people that puts meanings into certain things, places, and people. They don't just come with the meanings. That's
I
BS.
Love that. Yeah.
Right?
Romanticize your life. Like, really.
Yeah.
Everything that you do is important because you do it. So look at it through those lenses of love. Like, oh, look at me in my life. I'm doing laundry, but living it. You know what I mean? Like, girl, do what you gotta do.
Do it. And then, on top of that, let the meaning trump the mood. okay? You feeling a mood right now, and it might actually stop you from being productive. But if you think about all your goals and your the things you got to do, like, and you set it into, oh, I have a novel to write, for example. Okay, I have to go to the gym. Like, just meaning over mood, okay? And that will help switch your mood. You'll find that it puts you into action in a way.
It does. I love that.
Yeah, right? And then upgrade your personality.
Let me upgrade you.
Kind of like inventing yourself, physically. If you don't like how you look, well, you can also upgrade your personality as well, right? We're not stuck being who we are. We're not stuck with the traits that we were born with or we're said to have, right? So if you want to be this person, be that person. Like, if you want to be more loving, be more loving. You want to be more healthy, be more healthy. You want to be more bubbly, be more bubbly. It's that easy. That easy, y'all. And then, my last tip here is to deal with circumstances. Don't let it pile up. Don't let all those things pile up to the point where you feel overwhelmed with life, because that's going to happen, because things don't stop happening because you need a break.
Yeah.
Okay?
And that's the part. That's the gag.
Come on now. And this is like, on top of that, since circumstances are going to keep coming, deal with it, because you don't want a situation where, it grows bigger than it has to because you didn't make a decision a long time ago.
Yes, exactly. Let's stop it with the avoidant, like, tackle your problem head on. I know, you may be like, oh my goodness, squeezy, I'm scared, whatever the case is, but you got to give yourself that time to come up with a solution. You know what I mean? Like, because like I said, your mind is a tool. So if you let it take the reign positively, it will give you all the solutions. Now, if you let it run amok in the castle and it's doing all of these negative things, well, yeah, it's going to bring you more dirt, more mud to bring back in the castle. Come on now.
Absolutely. And, and we always say to meditate. Meditation is good for so many different things.
Yeah.
And healing is one of the things. And then coupled with meditation, music can provide healing as well. So I have a couple hertz frequencies that you might want to listen to the next time you meditate, as you ponder on healing yourself emotionally and physically.
Yeah.
174 hertz. This helps release physical pain in the body. Okay, guys? She talked earlier about, your joints holding pain there. This hertz particularly helps with your back, legs, and feet. All right. So those areas that hurts will really tackle on that portion, but it is overall good for healing.
Let's get to stepping, y'all.
You want to keep on moving, because if you ain't got your feet, where you going to go?
Come on.
All right. So in hertz 286, this heals tissue. So, and it can also be used as sound therapy to heal wounds, to heal lacerations and burns, okay? So I don't know if hopefully you guys don't have anything like that, but if you do, we do have, frequency.
There's something for everybody.
Exactly.
And I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that. Nobody gets left out,
Exactly.
And we're doing a lot of these videos regarding healing, y'all, because I think the planet overall and everybody in it has been suffering from pain for so many years, okay?
Yeah.
Pain and trauma. A lot of us, all of us could use some healing. And since it's such a broad topic and very deep as well, there's different levels to it. We'll be talking about healing frequently in our videos, as well as pain.
Yeah, like we said, it is a lifelong journey. And one of the key things to remember when you do start this process, if you fall under the, that category that you do need healing, well, because we all do, right? Definitely bring that self-compassion to yourself, okay?
Yes.
That curiosity, open-mindedness, and, question yourself. The question's the part of you that feels sad and depressed. Like, why does this part of me feel that way? Get to the point where you're kind of breaking it down. It seems so, our emotions can seem so big, right? And we may not have the words to describe it. But once we start breaking things down, now we know we okay, sad, happy, depressed, and then the reasoning behind it. And not all of it stems from childhood, like you were saying. A lot of them could be current day now events. But they're gonna keep on repeating and manifesting in you and your external events if we don't, take a hold of that. And
and find that balance, because that's really what healing is all about. Finding the balance between, like it said, our inner systems and then our external world, because it's a forever evolving relationship. You can't just stop while you're living.
Okay, let's get to it.
So you just have to keep on going, guys.
Yeah.
Keep loving on yourself and loving on each other. And if we missed anything as far as tips and things like that for inner healing, deep healing, go ahead and drop that in the comments. Let us know what you think.
Okay, because listen, healing looks great on you. You'll be walking your best self, and then all together collectively, we could be raising, Gaia, Mother Earth's vibration. Okay, let's get to that point, y'all.
We're gonna get there.
Okay, so go ahead and like and subscribe if you have not already. Hit that bell for a notification, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.